what we will be looking up for today is this will be a detailed part of how exactly Zoho One will benefit your business. And in the earlier session, we have covered most of the basics of Zoho One and what exactly it does. So now we are here to look in deep with the integration part of each and every application inside Zoho One. So I'm just going to give you a brush up of a few things regarding the earlier sessions. So as I said earlier, we will be starting with Zoho One, an overview of it and what exactly are the application. The most important part will be the Zoho One admin console, like the admin console, which is a part of Zoho One. We will be talking more about what exactly you can do with it and how exactly you can benefit out of it. The next important topic will be the security policies. So for today, I have taken a business. It's going to be like a gift shop, an online gift shop. I'm going to define how the sales has been focused and how exactly are we integrating the marketing apps to sales and how a particular life cycle of a lead or a deal goes to a deal. So we will be talking about a life cycle of a business. So I have chosen online shopping as the business vertical, and we will be deep diving into each and every application and how exactly this business has incorporated integration across apps. So these will be the topics which will be covered today. So as I said earlier, we will be touching or brushing up few things and how exactly Zoho One has come up. So Zoho One wasn't something which is like defined on a day. They've been growing from stages to stages in order to compile a bundle called Zoho One. So basically, we do have n number of native apps, or the older one of the oldest apps will be CRM campaign and desk. So these applications were being like defined, designed, and were being available in the market for the users to like manage their sales. If in case if they're trying to send out campaigns, they can purchase campaign or they can give a try with the trial period we give through Zoho campaigns. And similarly, we have a set of other native apps like finance suites where books plays a vital role. And if in case if you are a person who's looking for a tool for collaboration, we do have something for mail creator and so on. So these were the set of, or these are the application which we have been like developing for a period of time. Once we have like come up with a good amount of application, we wanted our customers to try all the application which Zoho provides, depending upon their business vertical. So we have come up with a solution as in suites, bundling of application and giving it as a suite to the customer. So for that, initially we have started up with small suites. If in case if your business is on sales, you can use CRM Plus. If in case if you need a tool for your collaboration, or if in case if you need a tool for communication across your organization or to your clients, you can use Workplace as a separate suite. And if in case if you are a business who is running warehouses, or if in case if it is something which is generated or oriented with respect to inventory or warehouse management, we would suggest you to choose Finance Plus. Then comes Zoho One. We initially, as earlier started, we've been working or concentrating on single apps. Then we wanted to club a set of apps in order to give you a suite of apps so that you can run your business or run a particular part of your business through the Zoho apps. And then comes the operating system of business that is called as Zoho One. So Zoho One generally is a compilation of 45 plus application. So it helps you out in running your entire sales process, your marketing cycle, your employee management cycle, your recruitment cycle in a single place. So any application which is a part of Zoho One are tightly integrated. So if in case if you would like to fetch data or push data from one application to the other, it happens seamlessly through integration. So the most important part of, or why a customer can give a try for Zoho One, is because the integration which plays a major role. Each and every application talk with each other, and the manual entries or manual work can be reduced, which in turn increases the automation part of your business. As in, digitalizing your business to a different level of a platform on an automated manner is something which is being given by Zoho One. So as I said, Zoho One is a bundle suite which has 45 plus apps, and each and every application are designed in a way it talks with each other. So the wait, like if in case if you have been using any of other vendors or any different vendors for different part of your business, what exactly are the challenges which you will be using or which you will be facing during the entire period? So the first thing will be integration. Integration is one of the harder and the expensive tool whenever you try to digitalize or whenever you try to automate a business, because if in case if you're trying to send an invoice from your sales or the CRM, the customer relationship management tool, it is necessary that your finance apps or the finance software and your CRM software are tightly integrated, so that there isn't any mess up of things, as in you're not going to send or you're not going to bill the customer multiple times, and also keeping each and every invoices or each and every leads on track, and also maintaining a record of all those things is a really tougher task. So all these can be done like in a very easier manner through integrations. Integrations are something which has to be done on the initial phase. If in case if you have been using Zoho for a long time and this is the first time you're trying to integrate things, what I would say is let's try with the smaller part of application and then let's go ahead and have it integrated across all the 45 plus apps. And coming to the pricing, so Zoho One, as you know, is like a bundle of application which is being modeled in a pattern of user-based licensing. So you're not going to pay for any integration or any separate application. What exactly you're going to pay for is the headcount. So the number of users who are trying to access your Zoho One or trying to be a part of the application inside Zoho One are something who will be built for. So any application inside the Zoho One suite is the enterprise level, which means you're going to get the topmost features inside each and every application. So if in case if you're going to try Zoho One, maybe right now you can use you we do provide 30-day of free trial. And if in case if you are a person who have been using CRM or any specific application for a long run, just because of transforming from a standalone application to Zoho One doesn't create an impact on data. The data which you have entered are safe, and if in case even if you cancel your Zoho One trial, it will be like dragged back to the earlier phase you had. So that's not going to create an impact on trying out what exactly Zoho One provides. So that's all about pricing and how exactly the onboarding part of Zoho One is. So the next important thing is management. Let's take if you have an administrator and like maybe a year back, if you have like given this particular job to a particular person of your management, and if in case if they leave, it is necessary that whatever the changes or whatever the integration which is being made across each and every application needs to be transferred or needs to be educated to the next successive person who's going to take the ownership of the particular part. But then again, expecting this to be seamless or expecting this to be happening without any flaw is again a tougher part. So how exactly is Zoho One going to help you out with it? Zoho One by itself, as I said, has 45 plus apps. All of the 45 plus apps are being tightly integrated, are being designed on the same platform. So integration is something which is completely visible on the screen itself. When you go to any of Zoho software, when you go to settings, there will be an option or there will be a module called integration. So it is not necessary each and every person must know what exactly it is. What they have to do is spend some time, go to the integration page, look at what exactly they have done. Each and every feature has its own hyperlinked pattern. If in case if they have lost a path, they even can call us. We will help you out in understanding what this integration does, so that it will be easy for the successive person to control or administrate the integration which has already been defined. The next important thing is reliability. So whenever, if in case, if a service is down or if in case, if there is a place where security is something much more involved, Zoho, I would proudly say Zoho is a thing or is an software which plays a major role or which gives a lot of interest on security. Why? Because even before, in the earlier phase of Zoho's development, let's take, we are 25 years today. So earlier, even when we defined the security policies for each and every application, we were being very sure about how secure a customer's data is. So we usually do not sell the customers' data onto the market. And also the second important thing is we are a company who do not market the data which is being entered onto our software. So we strictly go in a path on an authentic way where we are not going to sell your data. So that's how reliable we are. Even before the GDPR was on place, we were like, Zoho was like in is following an authentic way where the reliability or the security concern will never be on stake, because any Zoho application is cloud based. So we are very pretty sure how secure we are, and we are not going to sell your data to any vendor across the market. So that's how reliable Zoho platform is. It's applicable to any application which Zoho provides. It's not just with CRM or not just with any marketing app. So even if a tiny application is being introduced by Zoho, we are going to stick with the same security policy, and we are not going to we surely abide to that. So that's how reliable it is. So coming to the list of application which is a part of Zoho One, the first comes marketing. So for any given business, marketing is a tool, or marketing is a strategy through which you will get a sale or you will get a deal. So how are we going to handle the marketing part? Are we focusing on the right crowd? Are we maintaining a good relationship with the customer? How are we going to brand ourselves? How are we going to focus or showcase our brand on the market? So all these things, if in case if these things are on track, we can ensure that the lead flow and lead intake will be like gradually increasing from one point to the top notch. So that's where exactly marketing apps helps you out. So let's take site, because if in case if an organization is trying to go ahead and go ahead and make it or use a software, Zoho will be one of the application, or any site will be the application where you can transform to a digital platform. So right nowadays, developing a site is again a really tougher task. But Zoho site, I would say, it is not necessary for you to know coding. Zoho site is an application where the drag and drop options available inside Zoho sites is more than enough to build a site. So that's how user friendly a Zoho site is. And transformation to a digital platform for an organization can be done through site building. Making your presence on the website or on the online website is something where you can grab a lot of leads, and for that it is necessary that you must have a site online, and also the site which you have must be in a place where it can be focused and it is user friendly. So all these things can be done through Zoho sites, because Zoho sites, as I said earlier, it is not necessary for you to know coding. I will be walking you through to certain features which Zoho sites has, and we will be proceeding further with how exactly Zoho sites work. So now we have designed Zoho site, and we have purchased a domain from maybe a vendor, and right now we have given, we have given our site a name, and it is all on place. Once the site has been built, what is the next step we have to look at? So next step is, how are we going to track the users or customers who are who are coming into our site? How are we going to get hold of all the customers? And also, how are we going to satisfy the customers well in wish in order to use a product? So these are the next set of questions, because we are spending a lot of time in order to build a site. But then again, where exactly are we missing? How can we get a feedback out of a site? Where or which part of a site isn't proper, or how exactly I can improve my site? So answering to all these questions, we do have something called Zoho Sales IQ. Sales IQ is a powerful tool where you can visit, or where you can track each and every visitors on your website. If in case if you have a visitor, if in case if you have a huge amount of visitors in a given point of time on a day, it is necessary that you must be active on the site in order to guide a customer, or in order to help the customer in understanding what a product or a service you give to a particular customer. So for that, it is necessary you must be in touch with the customer. So for that, we do have something called chat. So Zoho Sales IQ by itself has a chat option. If in case if you would like to automate the process, yes, we do have bots for that. What exactly you have to do is we do have a lot of coding available online. We do have a lot of templates. If you would like to use the same template, modifying the names or the bot name or maybe the field name which you're going to ask to the customers, you can modify the existing code which is available. If in case if you are a developer by default, you can use your coding technique and you can just go ahead create a bot by your own. So you can create a manual presence and you know how to drive the traffic across your site through Zoho Sales IQ. So so now we have built a site, we have completely transformed to a digital platform, and now we are tracking our visitors and we are being like able to guide our users through the chatbot or the chat inside Zoho Sales IQ. What's next? So once we uh, we have been like digitally transformed through a site, nowadays the other important platform where you can drive your leads is the social media platform. So that then comes Zoho Social. If in case if your leads are being driven through Facebook, Twitter, or maybe Instagram or LinkedIn, all these applications are tightly integrated with Zoho Social. Zoho Social is like a platform, is a unified platform for you to manage all the social media apps onto a single place. So I will be showing you or giving you an outline of how exactly Zoho Social is and how exactly we are going to integrate your social media platforms inside Zoho Social, and how we are going to drive sales. So we will be looking on to Zoho Social, and PageSense gives you a statistics of what and how your leads are, and where exactly is something where you have to go ahead and concentrate. So PageSense give you a statistics of the traffic which is being entering into your site. So once these points are on track, the next important thing is campaigns. So sending out emails to customers during festivals or during season times, or maybe if in case if you're going to provide a particular amount of discount for a product, or if in case if you have launched a new product, how are you going to say it, convey it to the customer? Although we do provide the banners on sites, it is necessary that we are going to send or be in touch to be in specific to a customer. So nowadays, email is one of the parameter through which you can reach, and also SMS. Sending out messages or text messages to a particular user will create much more attraction for the sale or maybe the new product you have launched. So for that, you can use campaigns. Campaigns, there are two ways you can send out campaigns. You can send it out through SMS, or else you can send it out through your mail. So we do have a different kind of campaigns like drip campaign or maybe social media campaign, SMS campaigns. You can use all those things in order to drive sales into your business. And then comes webinars. So right now, like as we are trying to help you out in understanding the organization or the application which we provide, you can even conduct webinars using the most powerful tool, Zoho Webinar. Zoho Webinar is again a user friendly tool where it is not necessary a customer must know a lot of techniques in order to attend a particular event. What exactly they have to do is you have to send out a link. They have to just click on the link, and it guides them through to attend the webinar. And also you can, if in case if you would like to drive people to your webinar, you can use Zoho Campaigns. Webinar, CRM, and campaign are tightly integrated. You can send out campaigns for the webinars which you have conducting through campaigns itself. So all these applications will help you out in driving sales or leads to your organization. So once your marketing is on track, the next important place where you have to go or work on is sales. So Zoho by default has CRM, which is like one of the most native apps and one of the most used apps Zoho produces. Zoho CRM, as the name says, it's going to be like a customer relationship management tool. So whatever the application which I said earlier regarding marketing is tightly integrated with CRM, which means if there is a lead which is entering your sales cycle, maybe through social media platform or through a form on your site, all these things can be tracked inside Zoho CRM. So generally, Zoho CRM will be acting like a central repository. And in this repository, you will be able to see a list of leads who have been entering, and the number of leads who have entered your organization in a given point of time can be easily calculated. And also you can just go ahead, use the workflows inside Zoho CRM in order to automate the onboarding part of a lead inside your organization. As in case if you would like to like click on an email once a lead is joining CRM, yes, you can do it through workflows. If in case if you would like to automate an event, like once a lead enters your CRM, and if you would like to create an event, or maybe a task for a particular salesperson, all those things can be automated. Like as in the entire life cycle of a lead, of a sale to a deal, can be simply automated by using workflows. We do have something called automations. We do have something called blueprints, and there are a lot more to inside the whole CRM. It's by itself is a pool of things where you can do magic from without any manual entries. So talking about CRM, we do have something called sales inbox. So there are certain businesses where where the conversation over mail drives sales. So in order to even have that on track, we do have something called sales inbox, which is a part of Zoho CRM. If in case if there are n number of leads, for example, on a day if you get 20 emails to your mailbox, among which 10 may be regarding your business, 5 may be regarding maybe from your vendors, and other 5 may be some marketing emails. So categorizing all these mails on without any manual entries or without any time spent can be done through Sales Inbox. So I will be giving you an overview of what exactly Sales Inbox does, maybe in the later phase of the session. So motivator, as the name says, this is going to motivate, this particular application is going to motivate the leads driven inside Zoho CRM. So motivator will help you out in knowing how exactly a salesperson's performance is inside your CRM in a given point of time. If in case if you would like to give incentives, or if you would like to calculate incentives for the number of sales made, you can have all those calculated, all those done using Zoho Motivator. So coming to the next set of application is the support application. So now we have drive sales through or leads through marketing apps. We have defined a particular life cycle of a sales or a lead through Zoho Sales application. Now, how are we going to maintain this same relationship with the customer from day one till the entire day the customer is with us? Can be done through supporting application which we have. One is the desk, which is again a ticketing tool. If in case if the user would like to reach you over a call, or maybe would like to reach you over a forum, they can directly go ahead and place a query on the forum. The main important thing, or what exactly Zoho Desk is like known for, is the privilege or the comfort of using Zoho Desk through all the platforms. Let it be a forum, or let it be a community, or let it be an email which is being sent, let it be a call which is being made. All these things are tightly integrated with Zoho Desk. Zoho Desk and CRM are in turn tightly integrated. So a salesperson who's going to spend a minimum of 2 to 3 days in order to win a sale knows the pulse of the customer. So how are we going to make it transparent to a support or a technical person to know about the customer pulse? So all these things are made transparent by having desk and CRM well integrated with each other. And if in case if your business involves like taking a remote of a user, for example, if your business is all about, let's take antivirus, and if in case if something goes wrong, and if you would like to take a remote of the customer's screen or a system, you can do it through Zoho Assist. So once an issue is being sorted out, and if you would like to send out surveys, we do have something called Zoho Survey. Zoho Survey is again tightly integrated with CRM, Desk, and few other applications. So when you integrate survey with Desk, once the ticket is being closed, you can automate the survey process just to ensure whether the solution given by a particular support agent or the sales agent was satisfying or not, which again helps you out in improving your service. So all these things are integrated, and you can just go ahead and use it from day one. And we will be showing the integration, how exactly survey and desk works and assistant desk works in the later phase. So the next suite of applications will be finance. So as the name says, finance, Zoho Books will be like acting like a central repository. So Zoho Books will help you out in tracking your sales, your invoices, your estimates. If you would like to track the e-bills, if you would like to manage your taxation things, yes, you can use Zoho Books. Zoho Books is GDPR compliant, and also Zoho Books has a lot of payment gateways integration available. As in, like, if you are a person who are charging your customer through a payment gateway, let's take through Paytm or through PayZapp, you can use Zoho Books because Zoho Books has tight integration with Paytm and PayZapp. What exactly you have to do is you have to integrate your online Paytm or PayZapp thing with Zoho Books. And so if you would like to charge a customer, or if you would like to make an online payment, you can send a link, or you can send out an invoice where it will automatically have a pay now option, which is being like integrated with your Paytm or wallet credits. So they have to just click on pay now. It will redirect them to the bank account or maybe a Paytm option, so over which they can pay you. So that is how Zoho Books is automated. And coming out or talking about Zoho Books, there are certain other parameters which is necessary for a business to run. For example, if your application is or if your software, if your organization is something which is depending upon the subscription which you provide to your customer, and if you would like to track it, we do have something called Zoho subscription. Let it be a service which is being sent or which is being given to a particular customer, and if you would like to track all the renewals, or if there is any failure of renewals, and if you would like to have a track of all those things, we do have something called Zoho subscription, through which you can track all those things. So subscription and books are tightly integrated, which means if there is any failure, or if there is any email, if there is any invoice sent for a particular subscription renewal, it will be reflected inside Zoho Books as well. So if your business has a checkout page, and if you would like to design a checkout page for your online site, yes, you can do it through Zoho site. And checkout and Zoho site are tightly integrated. You have to just embed the checkout page onto the Pay Now button on your site, and it gets redirected, and you are going to collect the amount from the customer without any assuds. So coming to expense, Zoho Expense is one of a powerful tool which we employees from Zoho use. If we are traveling from one place to other in order to attend meetings or in order to attend seminars, we do use Zoho Expense. Zoho Expense is a powerful tool. Why? Because it is not necessary for you to make a note of all the slips or all the slips which you get through the travel. Let it be a food itinerary, or maybe the hotel bill. It is not necessary for you to keep in track. It's not necessary for you to like sit on it and manage all those things for on a given point of time. What exactly you have to do is you have to just scan the slip using the Zoho Expense mobile application. The entry will be automatically made onto Zoho Expense application, and approver gets an access to it. So once the approver approves it, the expense calculation automatically happens. So it is not necessary for you to play around with the bills, or it is not necessary for you to like update it every now and then. What exactly you have to do is just scan the bill and everything will be on track. So that's how automated expense is. Again, expense is tightly integrated with Zoho Books. So if you would like to send out an invoice for a particular trip, or maybe like for a particular trip made by a particular client, or if you would like to charge a client, if you would like to create a timesheet for an expense which is made, yes, it is possible because both of them talk to each other and they are on the same database. So the next part, or the next vertical of an organization, will be recruitment and people management. So if your particular organization is concentrating on job postings, or if your organization is for staffing of users or employees, you can use Zoho Recruit. Zoho Recruit have an inbuilt integration with Naukri, LinkedIn, and few other applications. So job posting can be done from a single place, that is through Zoho Recruit, and any update across the job posting which has been done on the third-party platforms can be easily tracked inside Zoho Recruit. Coming to Zoho People, once you have recruited an employee, and if you would like to make the onboarding phase much more easier, Zoho People is a wise tool. Why? Because it has a lot of integration. If in case if you would like to track the attendance, or if you would like to like maintain a timesheet for a particular user or an employee for your entire organization, you can do it through Zoho People. So whatever I said just needs the initial phase to be like the learning curve may be tough, or the installation curve might be tough. But then again, on the go, things will be on track, so that you're not going to sit and do it again on a daily basis. So it's all one time setup, and you're going to play around with things as just by concentrating on what exactly your business needs are. So that's about HR apps. And then the IT apps are something which helps you out in managing your like your organization related things. So reports, generating reports is, or getting the statistics of a deal or a lead or maybe a revenue which is being generated over a point of time can be easily given through Zoho Analytics. So Zoho Analytics is one of the coolest apps, which by itself you can define your own X and Y axis. You can choose a module across each and every application, and you can drive the numbers through Zoho Analytics. So Creator by itself gives you a whirlpool kind of a lot of apps. If in case if you think we are missing certain application, and if you would like to get a solution for those, we do have Zoho Creator. Zoho Creator by default have a lot of custom application. And if in case if you are a coder, Creator is a piece of cake, because you can just go ahead, modify, create your innovation, create what exactly you need, and you can just go ahead and have it implemented. Because Creator is something which is being usually suitable for a developer. It's completely developer friendly, and you can make code, you can create your own frameworks, you can have your iframe coded here, and you can also manage your database by integrating Creator with Analytics. So Zoho Flow. Again, we do have default integrations as a set of across set of 45 plus application. But then again, if you're looking for an integration which isn't available, if that is the case, you can use Zoho Flow. Zoho Flow will help you out in integrating two different modules in two different applications together. So Zoho Flow is the smartest tool we have. So the next important application is inventory management. If in case if your business is all about warehouse management or shipping, you can use Zoho Inventory. Zoho Inventory is a tool where you can have multiple organization, multiple warehouses. You can track the orders or entries of a particular warehouse. You can create an estimate. You can define a product's life cycle through the entire transit period through Zoho Inventory. So there are a lot of workflows inside Zoho Inventory. You can send out emails. You can alert your vendors in regarding the refill of a particular product. There are a lot of features inside Zoho Inventory which will help you out in managing your entire warehouse. Inventory is tightly integrated with books or any finance apps, so it is easy for you to create an invoice, send out an invoice, or if in case if you would like to send out a retainer invoice or an e-way bill, you can use Zoho Inventory as a tool. So once all these things are on place, the other important thing, or the next set of phase you have to look at, is the communication apps. How are we going to communicate with the users? Are we going to use the existing WhatsApp or Messenger, or how smart are we going to brand our product with the communication tool? So Zoho Click and Zoho Mail are the two communication tools. Click act like a messenger. The main or why exactly a person has to use Zoho Click is you can go ahead, drag, you can have your mail merge options available here. So if you're going to talk about a particular project to a group of developers, or in case if you would like to talk with your framework team regarding the next build, all these things can be done on a single click through Zoho Click, because Zoho Click is tightly integrated with all the 45 plus applications. So it is not necessary for you to copy the link and paste it here. What exactly you have to do is you have to just start up a group chat with Zoho Click with the name of the particular project. So if in case if you would like to tag a task or maybe tag a lead inside your CRM, it can be done with ease by just using the @mention or the hashtag which is available inside Click. So which again reduces the manual work, and also Click is a particular application which keeps an history of day one till date. if you have been using Zoho Click for a long time, and if you would like to know about a deal which was been happening earlier, maybe a year or 2 years back, even all those records is available in Click. So it is not necessary for you to talk with the client or know the information from the client, because you have everything on your database. So that's how smart Zoho Click is. So collaboration apps, if you would like to collaborate among your colleagues, like if you would like to share a document, or if you would like to maintain a forum in order to talk about a particular deal in your organization, you can use the collaboration apps. And content apps. So we do have a set of powerful content apps which are tightly integrated with CRM, campaigns, and few other applications. If any given application, we do provide you to create templates by your own. If in case if you're trying to send out an invoice or maybe an estimate, and if you would like to drive the content, you can use Zoho Writer. Zoho Writer is a powerful tool which is tightly integrated with template creation. And if in case if you would like to merge the user's content or the contact name, you can use Zoho Writer. You can create a lot of things with Writer. You can embed a lot of images. You can embed a survey link inside Writer, and you can have it sent through CRM as a template. And Zoho Show is a tool. Zoho Show is a tool which I am using it right now. So the presentation which is hosted right now is through Zoho Show. And Showtime is another application like webinar. If you would like to train your users inside your organization, you can use Zoho Showtime. So Sheet is an Excel sheet through which you can have your analytics on place. So having said all those things, if you are an organization who is using like multiple different applications for multiple different vendors, this is how exactly an integration will be. Because let's take if you would like to drive sales through social media to the CRM platform you have, this is how an integration will be. And it is necessary that in order to have all these integrated, you may have to have the third party app in between in order to make the communication work. But then again, this is how complex an integration is. So coming to Zoho One, what exactly we do is we are reducing this complexity onto a single box of thing. But how exactly it looks as in like this? Because by default, each and every application has its own integration. What exactly you have to do is you have to just set up the integration on the initial phase, or maybe in a phase when required. Once you do that, all application will talk with each other. So any modification which is done on a particular application will create an entry on the other. For example, if you are sending out an invoice inside your CRM, will be automatically reflected in books. So it is not necessary for you to do it again and again separately for books or CRM. If you would like to drive your inventory warehouse products inside your CRM. That is, if in case of a particular salesperson places an order for, let's take 50 item of a particular category, the salesperson must be aware whether we can just go ahead, take up the order in order to accomplish it on the given time. In order to know that, we need a quite good integration between the inventory management and CRM. Zoho by default have DAS. So I will be showing you that during the business walkthrough, how exactly inventory and CRM are integrated with each other. So that's all about the integration, or how exactly Zoho One is. So whenever a person signs up for Zoho One, we do have something called Zoho One Console. Through this console, which will help you out in user management. Since Zoho One is a set of RFI plus application, it gives you an ease of accessing application or managing application. And if you are a person who are going to focus your domain onto all the set of application, we do have domains where you can create your domains, and you can just go ahead and use your domains for rebranding of any application which has been in use. So for that, I'm going to walk you through the Zoho One admin console. So if you are a Zoho One customer, I hope you are used to this page. So what exactly you have to go to is you have to go to one.zoho.com. So one.zoho.com will be a page which will be giving you an overview of what exactly you have. So Zoho One is an application or is a subscription and not an application by itself. It's a subscription which gives you a compilation of all 45 plus apps. So as I said earlier, as we have 45 plus apps, managing or using them at a stretch isn't possible. So as we had in the earlier phase, we have to crawl with sales and marketing, run with the custom as well as the support apps, and then we will be able to be on track with the other application on the go. So in order to do that, we must be in a position to categorize the application on the first cut, second cut, and third cut basis as we go on. So initially, we have to first categorize, or we have to just focus on the application which we are going to suit, or which is going to suit for our business, and which is going to like we are going to try in the initial phase. So all those things can be done by grouping of application through tabs here. You can just create a tab, and you can just go ahead and let's take if in case if I'm going to give a try for the first cut of application. For that, I can just go ahead, give a name for the tab as first cut, choose the application which I'm going to use just for the first cut of application. So if I'm going to concentrate on the integration part, Zoho Flow is one of the application which I will be using. So I will be able to categorize the application, and I know where exactly I have to categorize it. And I also can go ahead and rearrange this tab whenever required, so that I can reorder it depending upon my will and wish. So ZR search is one search where it's like a universal search, or we can also call it as a bot, which will help you out in giving an insight of a particular deal or a lead across all the 45 plus apps. So in case if I'm going to click and if I wish to know about a particular ticket or resolution of a particular ticket, I can just go ahead, click on the particular username with the username, or maybe with the lead's name. I will be able to get the insight across all the 45 plus apps on a single place through ZR search. So coming to analytics, as I said earlier, analytics is an application where you can get the insight or the numbers or the statistics of what exactly we are using and how exactly our business is on a given point of time. So that is more important if in case if you are into development of, or if we are into onboarding a particular set of things, we must know whether the path we are going is on track. If in case if we are deviated into something else, we must be in a better position to be on track again. So in order to understand the flow, it is necessary that there must be a tool for us to guide through the entire process. So Zoho Analytics is one powerful tool which helps you out in guiding you or helping you out in giving you statistics of any two application or any given parameter, just through like having your X and Y axis built up as you wish. So the next comes the admin panel. So the Zoho One, as I said, is a subscription, but then again, it gives you a place where you can manage all the users. So it also gives you a place where you can rebrand things. So as I said, this particular account is specifically defined or designed for the gifting shop. So I have rebranded the name as Fivers Gift Guru, which means this is like a rebranding again. If in case if my employee has to go, they have to go through the name Fivers Gift Guru, which again, I'm just focusing on how exactly I can showcase my brand. If in case if your organization is working on different businesses, if in case if your warehouse is on different states or territories, you can have those added here, and you can just go ahead and segregate it when and if required. For designation, you can define the designation for the entire organization employees, and you can have it configured here. So as I said earlier, Zoho has 45 plus application, but then again, only when you add an application to the bundle, it goes to Zoho One Enterprise Plan. And once an application is added, the application along with users and data will be onboarded to the Zoho One bundle without any data loss. So you may not worry about transforming from a single instance application to the entire bundle of application, because that's not going to create an impact, or you're not going to lose any data or customizations which you have already created. Coming to users, once an application is added, all the users will be automatically listed here. You can also see the number of apps used by a user and number of groups they are a part of. And also it gives you a place where you can modify the admins, and a place to go ahead, create groups or departments. And we do have something, a place for you to add domains if you need. If you wish to go ahead, if in case if you're purchasing a domain and if you would like to rebrand your site, or maybe a survey, a link which is being sent, you have to just add it, verify the domain here, and use it whenever required. So that is all about the admin console. So let's switch back to the slide here. So if you are an organization who have an AD, or if you are trying to provision a group of users or set of users, you can use AD Sync, which is available inside the Zoho One admin console. So we do have Active Directory integration. If you are using Azure or any other Microsoft directory, and if you would like to onboard users through the Active Directory, yes, you have to just download it and you have to just have it integrated. So just within 5 to 10 steps, you're going to import your users inside Zoho One, and there will be a sync available between your directory and also your Zoho One part. And if you would like to skip the process of password stored in Zoho One, you can go for SSO, that is single sign-on, and you can have it configured for your organization. So once it's been configured for your organization, it's like applicable for all the users. So what exactly you have to do is you have to set up the custom authentication, type in the sign in sign out URL, which is provided across your directory, and you have to just upload your certificate here. Similarly, you have to just copy and paste the ACS URL, which is provided from the Zoho end onto your IDP. Once that's done, it will be on track, and henceforth, the customers or the users who are a part of your Zoho One are not going to use Zoho's authentication. Rather, you can use or stick with the authentication which you are in right now. So we do have AD Sync and SSO integration, which is available inside Zoho One. So security policy, how secure Zoho is, what do we provide in order to make it secure? So we do have a separate section in order to manage your security policies. So you can define how a password has to be, a lifetime of a password, or if you would like to refuse the use of same password, you can use the refusal password option here. Similarly, we do have something called multi-factor authentication. This will be acting like a second layer of authentication for your employees inside your organization. That is, if a particular user logs into a device, it is necessary that they must enter the OTP which is being sent to their mobile, or any kind of authentication which is chosen by the default options available here. And so there will be a second layer of authentication which has to be completed in order to access a particular application. So again, it increases security of your organization. Then comes the allowed IP address. If you are purchasing static or a range of static IP addresses from your internet service provider, and if you would like to insist your employees to access the particular application just through the allowed IP address, yes, you can have it configured so the users can use or have an access to the application only through the set of IP addresses. So advanced settings gives you or defines the web session management. If you would like to restrict the session lifetime or the idle session timeout or concurrent session, you can do it through the security policies, which is available under Zoho One. So that is about the security policy. So let's as I said earlier, we will be talking about the integration now. So the business life cycle I have taken is going to be the gift shop, the online gift shop, and I have created a website. And for any business, it is necessary that you must have a domain, or you must brand or showcase your brand on a particular way so that your brand gets trusted. So that's where exactly domain management plays a major role. So we would suggest you to purchase domains for your organization so that you can brand yourself, or you can showcase your brand. You can work on showcasing your brand so that you drive a lot of sales. So once you have purchased a particular domain, it is necessary that you must make an online presence. So for that, we may suggest you to use Zoho sites. Once you have configured your Zoho sites, how are we going to drive traffic, or how are we going to generate sales? You can use Zoho Sales IQ, as I said earlier. And once you have generated sales, how are we going to define the entire sales process, as well as the entire the finance process on the go? So we will be talking in deep regarding all these categories. So again, if in case if your business is all about job posting, or if in case if it is all about recruitment, we do have another life cycle. So any application or any Zoho application is not strict to just a single vertical or a single business. Any application is customizable. So we do have customers. Let it be a contractor, or maybe a designer, or maybe a lawyer, or maybe a vendor. All each and every organization or each and every businesses can use Zoho One application without any others, because everything is customizable. You can bend and you can just go ahead use Zoho's application as per your wish without any compromisation. So let's take the traffic here. I'm going to complete one-on-one here, one and one, step by step, by introducing you each and every application. So initially, in order to drive traffic, as I said earlier, it is necessary that we have to build up a site. So Zoho site is one tool through which you can build up a site. So I'm just going to help you out in entering into Zoho sites. So as I said earlier, we do have the option to go ahead and group them. If in case if you are looking for an application, you can even search it over here and it will redirect you to the appropriate app. So as I said earlier, Fiverr's Gift Guru is going to be the gift shop I have defined. So talking in specific to this particular site, uh, over here, I haven't used any coding. I have just dragged and dropped things. I have just customized my products pictures here, and I have just configured just embedding links into it and nothing else. So it is not necessary, or I didn't do any coding here. I just dragged and dropped. I just created my own widget, and I also just go ahead and modify the images, which is already or by default available. So once I have created my website, how exactly it looks is like this. So once I have created my website and once I have published it, I will be able to have a view of each and every applications here. So once everything is on track, and if a user comes in, checks out each and every tab inside my business, here are the two important things which will drive you sales. So as I said earlier, the presence, human presence of a particular site is more important. So this is the pop-up, smart pop-up. So with which you can drive sales. If in case if a person signs up for a particular, for your organization, for your application, what exactly happens is you're going to provide a 25% discount. This is again will help the customer to purchase or tend the customer to purchase the particular product because we are giving them discount. So this is one way where you can focus or where you can showcase your discounts given. You can either send it out through campaigns, or you can have smart pop-ups as like this in order to drive sales. So let's go ahead and give an email, and let's go ahead and sign up. Once a particular person signs up, this particular pop-up is being created through Marketing Hub. An entry will be made inside Marketing Hub, and I will show you how exactly it is like drive. So this is one place where you can get smart pop-ups and through which you can drive sales. The next important thing, as I said earlier, sites, through sites you can have bots. If in case a person would like to schedule a call, or if they need any queries addressed, they can even go ahead and initiate it from here. So these are something which is happening automatically without a manual intervention. So these are bot which is being defined. So it asks you for if in case or absence of a particular representative, they can just go ahead and use this, so that again we are not going to lose a sale just because we are not online. So whatever the entries which is being made here will be available, or the entries will be automatically conveyed to a particular application. Let it be CRM or Sales IQ. So I'm just going to fill in all the things which the bot is asking for. So once a particular thing is made, a call will be automatically scheduled, and a ticket will be created to through desk. So that's one thing. If in case if a user would like to initiate a chat, yes, they can do it. I'm going to show how exactly Sales IQ plays a major role, by the way. So the first thing was Smart Pop-up, which is like a smart pop-up which you can use it through the marketing app. The second thing is visitor tracking. So I have opened a site here. It gives me a notification that someone is visiting my website. Similarly, if I go ahead, just to ensure that I'm going to show you variations, I'm going to place it on an incognito. It gives me another entry, another person as visiting here. So n number of users who have been visited your organization or a person who is available on the site is automatically like tracked using Zoho Sales IQ. So you know who comes into your website and who has left on your website and number of persons who is a part of your website. So as I said, this is the second cut. So I have opened the site on a different page, and it gives me a notification that some other person is like viewing my site, and he is there for 15 seconds. So similarly, if in case if there are through which you can define when the traffic of your site is higher, and depending upon which you can have pop-ups, you can have smart pop-ups defined, and even you can go ahead and be active at that time. So for example, let's take if this is a time a person calls me, I can just be available and I can just start a chat. So once a person starts chat through the chat bot, which is integrated in Zoho One, I will get an automation or a message stating like this particular person would like to talk with you, and the particular sales agent or maybe a support agent will automatically be connected. So this is how the site can, or this is how you can drive sales through Zoho sites. So these are the two ways. One is a smart pop-up and the other is chat. The next important thing is like if in case if you are concentrating or if you would like to have your forms embedded here, you can have it embedded. And what exactly happens is a person who makes an entry into this particular or clicks on this particular order, they can just go ahead and place an order. And what happens is this particular email address will be added as an entry on Zoho CRM. So all these happens just because of the integration. So I will be walking you through how these integration work. So the number of entries which came across each and every application will be added into my central repository called CRM. So these are something which is happening automatically because I have defined the form, I have given the discount. So once I have placed the order, an entry will be made across Zoho CRM. So this might be another way. So the first way to drive your sales is through the smart pop-up. The second is through chat. If in case if you would like to embed your form, yes, you can do it. And the other important phase is like the contact us page, which we usually define. So I have integrated my Zoho Desk portal here, client portal here. So if a person would like to raise a request for an existing order or an order which is already been placed, they have to just click on raise a request. Once you click on raise a request, it redirects him to the portal which we have or the community which we have. How exactly a person gets benefit out of it is because we can ensure we put on comments, or if in case if you would like to allow multiple customers to speak among themselves, yes, you can use the community which is a part of Zoho Desk, and you can have it embedded inside your Zoho site. So there are a number of ways where you can drive sales. So one is through the smart pop-ups, the other is through messaging, through the chat bot, or else if you would like to initiate a chat or if you would like to drive sales, you can even view it all by just on your visitor tracking page. So yeah, these are one way of driving sales. The other way is going to be the social media platforms. So how are we going to look into, or how are we going to track leads from my social media platform is through Zoho Social. So Zoho Social is again a powerful tool. Why? Because it gives you a privilege to add your maybe your Facebook, if in case if you would like to drive sales through Twitter or Instagram, you can have all those of it integrated inside Zoho Social. Integration is nothing but it will ask you to authenticate. As in, if in case if you would like to go ahead, have your Facebook integrated with Zoho Social, it will redirect you if in case if you're going to join or if you would like to track or add your pages into Zoho Social, you have to just authenticate it. So it's nothing much is necessary for you to know about the integration part. So it gives you a notification of when a user comments on your post. Maybe it is available for all the set of third-party app. I mean, third-party social marketing apps. Let it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. It gives you a notification. If you're using Zoho Social mobile app, you can instantly chat with a particular person in order to, if in case if he is interested in. So let's take this. So I do see a person likes a particular post which I have made. Let's take if it's a product. And if in case if I would like to add this particular person as a lead to my CRM, I can do it just by clicking on the add to CRM option. And if in case if it is something regarding my existing order, if in case if there is any delay in my order and if I would like to track it, I can just go ahead, click on convert to ticket. What exactly happens is the desk department will automatically be available, and let's take if it's regarding my existing order, I have to just choose it and I have to just convert it. Automatically, a ticket is being placed inside Zoho Desk. So I will be showing it how exactly it happens. If in case if I have to add him as a lead to CRM, I have to just add him, give him a name, last name, and if in case once that's done, I have to just add him as a lead or a contact. So a person from your social media platform is being moved to CRM as a lead. So this is how exactly you can drive sales from different platforms and from through different mediums. So let's see how exactly site is getting integrated with with Sales IQ. So when you go to site and when you go to settings, you do have a separate option called integration. So you have to just click on integrations of Zoho Sales IQ. You have to choose the Sales IQ widget or the Sales IQ app which you have. Once you choose it and once you enable, if you would like to enable the live chat option, you have to just enable it and update. So this is what exactly you're going to make in order to make your site and your Sales IQ talk with each other. So it is not necessary for you to spend more time. And if in case if a person who has already created has even left, these options are understandable and easy to use. So this is how exactly you Sales IQ and site are integrated with each other. So next important application which can be integrated with Zoho site will be PageSense. So PageSense, as I said earlier, this particular PageSense will drive or gives you the statistics of how long a customer was inside Zoho, your particular site, or maybe on your sales page. So all those things can be done by just using a drag and drop option. So once you configure this, what exactly happens is your site, the visitors who have been entering into your Zoho site can be automatically tracked using Zoho PageSense. So the next important feature was marketing up. So as I show you earlier, the smart pop-up, I have defined it through marketing up. So what exactly I made was like, if you go to marketing up, we do have an option called smart pop-ups. I just took a minute or maybe like 5 to 10 minutes of my time to define it. So when you go to the particular smart pop-up option, it asks you for the pages where you want this particular smart pop-up to be available. So you have to just go ahead, copy the particular link of a site, and you have to just enter it here. And once that's done, if you see here, I have entered all the sites like about us, our products, our team, the site pages which is available inside my Zoho site to be integrated here. So once I have added the entry across Zoho Marketing Up, the smart pop-up automatically pops up. And if in case if you would like to track the abandoned cart, even you can track it through the marketing up. So this is one thing which I define. So till now I have 43 views. That is, this particular site has 43 views, and this is where I exactly define the smart pop-up. So once I define it and once I make it active, what exactly happens is the smart pop-up automatically pops up once a person logs into or steps into my site. So again, I'm going to drive traffic from there. I'm going to get out lead out of this particular smart pop-up. So there are several other ways to drive sales. So these are the few ways, and I have shown you how you can integrate your sites with the third-party applications. So these are few. There are several other options for integrating your marketing with sales. So I have covered most of the marketing apps. So coming to social, as I said earlier, we do have an option called lead generation and ticket creation. So lead generation refers to Zoho CRM. So if you would like to integrate your Zoho Social with CRM, you have to just have this option turned on. Once it's turned on, we do have several other automations given. If you would like to enable those, yes, you can. If not, you can just leave it as such. So for one good example is like the comment section, which I have here. What exactly this comment section does is once a person give a comment, what exactly happen is the particular person will be added as a lead. And if in case, depending upon a message, if you would like to add a lead automatically, you can even do it by giving keywords. For example, if a person asks for a cost on a particular post, I can even have that done by just making the particular keyword here, and I have to just enable it. Once that's done, what exactly happens is if a person drops a message on my post as cost, the particular person will be added as a lead onto my CRM. So it is not necessary for me to toggle between Facebook. It's not necessary for me to make entries inside CRM. All these manual works are completely reduced. And as I said earlier, or as I shown earlier, if you have integrated your desk with Zoho Social, if there is any query related, maybe a technical query or might be an issue regarding transportation or an existing order, you can have it simply tracked, or you can even create a ticket for that just from the Zoho Social page itself. So it is not necessary for you to ask the customer to drop a ticket. Rather, you yourself can create it, just acknowledging the customer. This will be taken care and we will be getting in touch as soon as possible. So this is how exactly you can integrate your marketing apps with Zoho sites. So as we have completed the marketing apps, I'm just going to show you how exactly you can drive sales. So right now we have created a domain, we have published, we have completely changed to a dynamic platform through Zoho sites. We have created a presence through several ways, through social media platforms, or maybe if you would like to use a form inside your site, or if you wish to have a chat bot, or maybe like the smart pop-up, as I said, you can use all these tools in order to build a presence on your site. So once you build a presence and once you drive traffic onto your site, how exactly are you going to generate leads onto CRM? So as I said earlier, CRM usually will be acting like a central repository for any given business. So if you go to CRM, we do have tight integration of CRM through several mediums. As if you would like to drive sales through your mail, and if you are a person who's going to use mail as a platform in order to drive sales, we do have something called sales inbox inside Zoho CRM. This particular sales inbox gives you a view of what exactly my inbox is. As I spoke earlier, there may be n number of emails which I receive on a day, but then again, I must be in a position to categorize these things without any manual work. So these things are being done, or is easily done through Zoho sales inbox option inside CRM. So it filters out the users, the leads you have, and also if you would like to categorize the conversation which you had with your colleagues, even you can do it through sales inbox. And if there is a high priority customer reaching you out, and if you would like to give it a higher priority, you can have a better view of your mailbox, and you can work on your priorities first rather than working on the dump mails. So all those things can be automated through Zoho Sales Inbox. So any leads or any contacts inside your Zoho CRM will be like grouped as a column inside Zoho Sales Inbox. So that's one way you can drive sales. So today, okay, as you see here, I have got 2 leads, just the previous actions which we did. So I have entered or made an entry on the form, that is site form. I have segregated my lead source as site form, and through the form I have made an entry. A lead is entered as Smith George, and the other important thing is through my social media platform. So Karthik Sarav has commented on my Zoho social, and I have added him or automatically added him through Zoho CRM. So it is not necessary for me to go to my site or go to the particular form in order to get all those information. Provided I have integrated CRM with all the set of marketing application on a proper pattern, so that I may get all these data on a single view or on a single page. So that is how your marketing application can be integrated with CRM. So let's go ahead and look into the integration part, or the integration which is available inside CRM. So as I spoke earlier, any application inside Zoho will have an option called integration. So it's not just for CRM or just for the social part. Any given application will have something called integration. So for CRM, we do have it as under marketplace, we do have it as Zoho. If I click on it, it gives me a list of application which has a default integration. As I said earlier, we may not have all the possibilities as a default integration, but then again, we have a few Zoho's application which has been added or which has been defaultly provided. So it is not necessary for you to go ahead and manually integrate it. So what exactly you have to do is you have to just click on manage. If in case if you haven't created anything, you have to create it. You have to just authorize it. You're not going to create, you're not going to worry about the APIs or the ZSE keys. You have to just authorize it and the integration happen automatically. So right now we are running this particular event through Backstage. And if in case if I would like to drive sales or leads from the event which is being conducted, I can integrate my Backstage with CRM. So if a person, an attendee who has attended a particular event, will be added as a lead to my Zoho One. So that is how well integrated Backstage and CRM is. So this is one good example. Since we are using Backstage, we usually drive sales through the Backstage integration which we have with CRM. So adding one more point on top of this, we Zoho run a business on the applications which has been created with Zoho. As in, we do use Zoho Backstage. We have an integration between CRM and Backstage. If we conduct an event, we do have a lot of backup things which has to be done in order to get in touch with a particular customer. Similarly, we do have finance suite integration. If in case if you are, as I said, if in case if you are well versed in coding and if you have created a custom application and if you would like to have that integrated with CRM, yes, you can do it. And forms, if in case if you have created a form inside your website and if you would like to have it integrated, you can use Zoho Forms. So these are the set of by default available application which can be integrated. And if in case if you are looking for any other integration rather than the one which is already been featured here, you can always use Zoho Flow. Zoho Flow has a lot of integration parameters which isn't available here. There are a huge number of people who have been like using certain parameters, and everything is being stored there as a default value. If in case if you would like to use those, yes, you can choose it from the templated thing. If in case if you would like to create a new one as you wish, yes, you can have it created. So I'm just going to define how a sales process happens for this particular business. So let's take Smith George as come to my site, and I have filled a form and he wanted to know about a particular project. So what exactly happens is once a person has entered my CRM, an email will be automatically triggered through the workflow. So I'm just going to show you what is the workflow I have defined here. If I go to workflow rules, as you see, there are two workflows which I have created. One is for the lead entry. Once a person once a person or once a lead has been entered into my Zoho CRM, I want a field to be updated, and also I want a particular mail to be triggered. So all those things can be added here. If in case if I wish to have a field update, or if I wish to add a tag, or if I wish to notify a particular salesperson via an email or click, I can do it. If in case if I wish to go ahead and notify it through via click, I can just go ahead and click on it. A group will be automatically created. So if in case if a lead enters into my organization and if I would like to schedule tasks for salespersons, yes, I can do it by just using the task option here. So once a lead is entering my CRM, a task will be automatically assigned to my salesperson, stating like they have to make a call maybe within the next 3 hours. And as it goes, if in case if you would like to have any other thing on top of this, yes, you can have your own functions created. So this is one workflow which has been created for this business. The second is how this lead status will help me out to define the entire sales cycle, as in a cycle of a particular customer from day one till the day where the deal is won. If in case if a lead is interested, I want that to be converted as a contact, account, and a deal. If in case if a lead status is like withheld, if in case if the customer wasn't interested to go for a sale right away, I want to schedule or define a follow-up task for a particular salesperson. I can do it automated. So all these things have to be defined on just on a one-time basis. Once I define it, all these things happens automatically for the successive users. And if in case if a particular lead is not interested, I can send them out emails stating like that we weren't able to like meet their needs, and I can also add them to my subscribers list inside campaigns, and I can send drip campaign or maybe a campaign which gives them an insight of our new ventures which we are going to have in touch earlier or maybe in a later phase. So once a lead has entered to my CRM, the lead status feed will be automatically updated as attempted to contact. Once it's been updated, an email, a welcome email will be sent. So once I click on it, as I said earlier, here is where exactly my writer plays a major role. If I go ahead, click on it, this is something which has been created through my writer. As in like I can just go ahead, select templates. These templates are created through writer, and I have also created a lot of merge tags. As in if a particular lead enters, rather than just mentioning as dear sir, rather I can have a merge tag as in dear George. I do see that you have got in touch with us through email and let us know if in case if you need any further queries. So it gives you a personal touch, and again the customer may feel that it is personalized. So that is how exactly writer integration of Zoho with Zoho CRM works. So as I defined or as I given you how exactly the workflow works, I'm going to show you how exactly it plays a role inside Zoho CRM. So let's take if this particular lead has come across, and I'm going to update a particular field called lead source. Not lead source, just a minute. I'm searching for a field. Here you go. If I'm going to go ahead and edit it, yes, I can do it. And if in case if I have to go ahead and edit the status of a lead, I can do it anytime. Just a minute. I guess I have to edit it. And over here, these are the things which I have defined on the workflow. If in case if it is attempted to contact, an automatic email will be sent. If in case if it is interested, and if I hit save, what exactly happens is this lead will be converted as a contact and a deal. So it is not necessary for me to go ahead and do it manually. What exactly I have to do is I have to just update a particular field on my particular lead on my module. Once that's done, things must be on track. I'm just trying it for the second user. If I hit interested, what exactly happens is this particular lead will be converted as a contact, account, and a deal. So if I go here, I will be able to see Shakti, Mason, both of them added as a contact. And I also will be able to see the contact for these people. And again, if I go to the deal, I will be able to see the user particular Miller and Shakti is being added as a deal here. So once the deal is being placed, usually it takes several stages. We follow stages here. So once the particular lead is qualified, we will analyze what the customer requirement is, send them the proportion for that, and identify the decision whether it's okay or what exact deal we are going to address the particular deal with, and then we are going to propose a particular cost, negotiate if in case if required. If in case if a particular deal is closed, it's considered as one, and a particular amount will be allotted for the particular deal. So once a lead is being like converted, like is being interested, we have converted them as a deal. After several stages of negotiation, we have won the deal. So the next thing we will do is like we will be associating this particular user to a particular maybe let's take it's a project. So for that, we have integrated Zoho projects with Zoho One. So it is not necessary for me to go to projects and associate this particular user to a project. I have to just associate a project with the user. Once I have associated, it defines or it gives me a list of options which has been predefined inside my project. So as you see here, it gives me the project completion status, which is already been defined inside Zoho projects. So CRM, as I said, it's going to act like a central repository where it gives me an insight of a particular deal across all the set of application on a single place. So if in case of a project is not completed, or if a particular task is not completed, I will get a notify. I can be notified just by going through the projects module here. And once a particular event, or once a deal is won, if you would like to send out surveys, you can create a survey or send a survey as you wish, as in like help us with your review. These are something pre-fetched through the templates which is being stored inside survey. What exactly happens is it will redirect me to the mail part, and I have to just send it. So let's take it as test, and I'm going to send it. So that is how well we are integrated. And also, if I have sent out a survey, it gives me an insight of whether the user has viewed the particular survey or whether he has responded it. If he has responded it, the particular status will be updated as responded. So I know I can get an insight of how well the particular sales process or the customer's entire lifetime of the sales process was. And so I can get or build up, or I can improve my like the way of handling customers. So the second thing we will look at is the finance part, how exactly Zoho CRM and my finance is being well integrated. If you would like to create an invoice, yes, you can. If in case if you are business, directly go for an invoice, you can directly go ahead and create it. So all these are something which is defined inside Zoho Books. Once Books and CRM are integrated, all these can be fetched onto a single place. So if you would like to exempt the taxation, you can directly do it from here. So let's go with this. Let's update it. And if you would like to give an order number for it, you can do it. And if you would like to give a net time for the particular invoice to be paid, yes, you can even have that configured here. And then I can choose the product for which the deal is being won. And I can add n number of items, and I can add n number of products here. The most important thing you have to look at is the number of available stocks here. As you see, this particular product is out of stock, and I must be in a position that I have to restock it, although I have placed the product. So if let's take something else, so 250 pieces. So I do see that I have an availability of 250 pieces of California clock. Wherein coming to billet board, I don't have anything in hand. So these data are fetched from inventory. So since Zoho Inventory and Zoho CRM are tightly integrated with each other, the warehouse details are even being like placed here. If in case if a product is not being sold, I can just go ahead and let the customer know that we do not or no more selling the product. So any application or any kind of update regarding the inventory management can be easily fetched here. And if I would like to provide a discount for a user, yes, I can do it. And once that's done, if you would like to impose shipping charges for the customer, you can have it added. And the other important feature I wanted to talk about is the Stripe and VPay, as I said earlier. So Zoho Books support gateway integration, that is payment gateway integration. If you have configured inside your Zoho Books the payment gateway integration, you will get an option to have it checked here. Which particular option you would like to provide the particular user with. And if you are a business who are supporting partial payments before dropping out the product, you can do it here. And what exactly happens is a partial invoice will be created. And once that's done, I have to just check out the email to which this particular invoice must be sent. And I have to just send the particular. Okay, I'm just going to choose it because I'm yet to configure both. So I am going to send it. So once an invoice is being created, I will be able to see an overview of an invoice. So these are the templates, again, which is being created. As you see, there is a pay now option, which means I am integrating my pay or Stripe here. So these templates can be configured through Zoho Books, and there is a tight integration of templates with Zoho Writer. So you can customize it. This is one good example, or a simple invoice which is being created. You can create your own name. You can have your own picture, logo. You can have your own invoice number. You can have all these things addressed. So earlier, as I said, Zoho Corp is the surname which has been provided for this particular deal. So rather than just going with dear, if you address the organization or a particular specific user, it creates a personalized impact for the user. So you can do all those things through integration. So once I hit send, what exactly happens is an invoice will be sent to the user. So how are we going to track this on books? I'm going to show that in a minute. So if I go back to the deal, I will be able to see Zoho Books. Under Zoho Books, I will be able to see the invoice which has been created, and also the total amount for which the invoice is being created. If in case if there is a due date, and if in case if the particular person hasn't paid the amount before the due date, I will get a notification over CRM itself. So similarly, if you would like to create a ticket for the particular user, or if in case if you have, if you feel that this particular deal is of higher value, and if you would like to create a particular ticket for this particular user, you can have it created and on behalf of the user, and it is not necessary that you must ask the user to drop an email. So it automatically creates an ticket on desk, and also you can view the status and also update the priority over here itself. So a salesperson can do anything from a single page called Zoho CRM. So now let's have a look on how exactly the finance apps are. So as I said, we have created an invoice here for the name Shakti at Zoho Corp. I'm going to just have a view here. So you will be able to see the invoice which has been created inside CRM here. And let's also keep the Zoho desk page open so that I can show you the ticket which has been created. So here you go. So this is the books. Under sales, you do have something called invoice. Invoice. Once I click on invoice, I will be able to see the invoice which has been created here on behalf of this is the one, which has been created a minute back. So get paid, as I said, this is an offline, as we have integrated, I have to just go ahead, have my VPay configured here. And so the user will have the privilege to pay it. So all these things are being predefined. This is set. This is, as I said earlier, maybe the initial onboarding process of these integrations may be tricky, but then again, once things are on track, it is not necessary for you to ping into or peep into each and every application in order to find where exactly it is. And also, if in case if you would like to send out reminders, you can do for an invoice. And that's all about the finance part. And the other important thing I wanted to say is like a person or a particular user can be given his own space called portal. So Zoho gives client portal option. A person may know the transaction by entering into the client portal. What exactly he has to do is he has to give or he has to go to the portal which we have provided, and he can check the transaction from day one till date. If in case if there is anything pending, even he can have that checked. So since this particular lead has come from Zoho CRM, we will get the information which is entered inside CRM here. So it is not necessary for you to make multiple entries for the same user across each and every application. So the data which is being entered inside CRM will be auto-fetched inside the parent module, that is the module from which the particular lead has come. So coming to desk, so okay, the one which we created, I hope this is the one. So if I click on it, I will be able to see it, which is entered Zoho desk. And if in case if I have to, it will be automatically assigned to a person. And if in case if this has to be taken care on priority, I can put the priority as on high priority so that the particular deal or the issue is being fixed very immediately. So there are a lot of notifications. We do have notifications options available across all the apps. This gives me an insight of what exactly happened immediately or a minute back. So this gives me an insight that there was a ticket which is being moved from CRM to Zoho desk, and I have to look onto it on priority. So that is all about the integrations here. So this is how seamless Zoho products are. Let's take if let it be marketing or maybe sales or maybe click. Any application we have here is like tightly integrated. So as you see, I didn't make a note of or I didn't create the same person or a customer's details here. Everything was auto fetched, and also the dashboard which you see here is being auto fetched or auto created depending upon the entries which you have made inside Zoho Books. Similarly, we do have the dashboard for Zoho CRM as well. These are completely customizable. As you see here, I may know how many deals have been closed or how many deals are in the qualification stage and how many deals have to be like closed today. So all those insights are being like, these dashboards are auto generated. You can modify it as per your wish. You can have your own dashboards created depending upon the entries which is being made. So that is all about Zoho One.